Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, we can continue and try to just get into the subject directly. We are already starting late. So we have been studying the famous, well-known and well-recited, often recited, memorized by the Muslims at the verse, which is the 255th verse of the second chapter, Baqarah. And it defines God. We talked about it, how the language of the Quran is. And we have to read the Quran knowing that what it is stand is, if you like, where it speaks from, which perspective, and this we have to pay attention that we have to read it from our perspective. That's why we have to see the relativity or relation of the verse to us from our perspective. That is the main point that we have to pay attention when we are reading the Quran, not only for this verse, every time. When we read the Quran, read the Quran as your Creator is speaking to you. That's what it says. When at the end you agree or you disagree, you are free, of course. But you have to say that my Creator is speaking here. That's what it claims. I am listening to it. That's what it claims. And we know that by definition, my Creator will definitely speak to me within my capacity. There's no other way. Otherwise, it would be meaningless or without wisdom. Speaking to me in a way that I don't understand. Because I'm limited. That's my Creator. He knows that He created me with a limited power, limited capacity. That's so obvious. So, but it is so obvious that why majority of the people don't take notes of it, I don't know, ask them. So it's so obvious. So I have to, there is no excuse saying that, I'm very limited. I don't understand. Of course, I don't understand. I have to trust God. What does it mean ultimately? Saying that God doesn't know what He's doing. He doesn't know that I'm limited. Oh, so crazy. So it is an accusation of God, saying that God will speak to me beyond my capacity. Oh, okay, it is very dangerous. I try not, never do that. So I will try to understand from my capacity. So we have been studying Allahu la ilaha illahu, and then al-Hayy al-Qayyum, two main attributes of God. And now God keeps describing Himself now and wants me to understand me in these terms. So He says, لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم. No, the translation. Somebody can read the translation, and we will just talk about it now from our perspective. Very simple. Who's going to read it?
Neither slumber nor sleep overtake him.
Now, of course, God says in the Quran, by definition, again, all we say by definition, by definition. No, we don't really take it for granted. No, by definition, I am the Word of God. So I am saying, I am saying you should understand me as the one who never slumbers, nor does he sleep over, does sleep, nor sleep overtakes him. Can I understand this like that? Do you really, it's very easy. Do you really feel satisfied that the creator of the universe never slumbers? Is it difficult for you to understand? Don't tell me that I have never seen God sleeping or not sleeping. I don't know. No. From your perspective, that is the principle. From your perspective. Can you say that? No. God, from your perspective, God means by definition, very simple, the one who gave existence to this world. So whatever exists is from him. That's what it claims in the Quran and says, no, I never slumber. I don't know, I have seen you sleeping or not sleeping. I don't know, I have no idea. But what am I supposed to do here in order to verify this statement? Come on, one of you come on, those people, yeah.
Think about the implications of otherwise.
Sorry?
Think about the implications of otherwise. So if the creator of everything that gives existence to everything were to slumber, how will this impact the universe?
Well, just a minute. Change the language for God's sake now, from our perspective.
Right, I'm saying
Who's
from
God?
my perspective.
Yeah. Who's God? Who's God? And God says, I'm the creator of the universe. Really? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah? Let me see. So I look at the universe. Of course, we studied this. The universe needs to be given existence. But that's established. If it is not established, we have to go back. Of course, La ilaha illahu. Ya Allahu la ilaha illahu. First verse. I mean, this is one verse anyway, the first section of the verse. So, but if you say, it seems to be that nothing can exist by itself, it's a very simple statement. Everybody can comfortably confirm it without being a scientist or expert on the subject. I'm a human being, very simple human being, whatever I am. I cannot say that the things can make themselves, cannot exist by themselves. It's impossible. So there must be a cause of existence. So this cause of existence says in the text, I never slumber. What is my side is change the language. You said this right, but change the language. I look at the universe and see any sign of slumbering in the work. I am experiencing the work every day. Simple, very simple. Here is the word, continuously renewed. There is no 1 second that the renovation or renewal of the creation is not, it is neglected. Is there? Is there any sign in the creation? It's very simple. I'm just establishing the methodology, how we should read the Quran. That is everything. That's why we are here. But otherwise, you can go and read the translation or commentary on the book. They will say, God never does this, blah, blah, mostly. So I will look at the universe, see, is there any sign of slumbering in the act of creation of this universe, in my action, for example. But bear in mind, every moment is being renewed. If someone doesn't take notice of this, he says, well, God created the universe, leaves it, and starts thinking about God, and either goes into repetition, saying, if he's God, of course, he doesn't need anything. He doesn't need rest. But some people with him on rest, that's something as well. I'm not that stupid that God will rest on the seventh day of act of creation. No, I don't buy it. So I'm clever enough not to accept that idea. But God doesn't do that. But speaking on behalf of God is not your job, your responsibility. So when you look at the universe, how are we going to speak? I am here. Look at the act of creation. I see no sign of slumbering nor sleep of the one who is giving existence to this universe. Isn't that so simple? I don't know. I'm ashamed of telling you this. You are clever, intelligent people. So, but methodology is important. There's nothing else. I'm not telling anything new. Re-establishing the approach in reading the text. If the text says, I am the word of God. It's very simple. But language, then the language reflects the way, the method, our reasoning, our comprehension of the matter works. If someone says, God doesn't slumber, God doesn't sleep, doesn't make sense. Why? How do you know? How do you know? Have you seen God not sleeping? No. The Quran says so. How do you know that this statement is true? So that you will say, this is the Quran. I don't know. After confirming what this statement is saying, I say this statement is true, correct. Without confirming, you cannot confirm. You cannot say that I believe all the books of the Quran. Sorry, books of God. Whatever God sent, I accept. What are they? I don't know. Whatever they say. Is it belief? It's a ridiculous statement. If you are not confirming something, it can be your belief. Yeah, we keep saying this. Inshallah, we will establish this approach, this language as well. So if we correct the language, our mind starts working along with the language we use. So language is very important. Never, ever use imitative language. Never. So never make claims in your language. For example, claim, we are Muslims, we believe in the Quran, in the Quran. What does it mean? We are Muslims, we believe in the Quran. It means nothing. Are you a Muslim? Why are you a Muslim? What is your evidence? Speak from your perspective, basing your statement on your claim. So I am absolutely convinced that, for example, no deity, nothing in the world can create itself except since the universe exists, its creator. Who created it? That's God. I submit to this. That means Muslim. The others is nothing. The other statement, the previous statement, means nothing really. Just imitation, repeating what you have learned when you were a child. So it's very simple, huh? Shall we pass on? But look at the universe. We will carry on doing the same thing. Same thing. And it will become not a mystery, nothing mysterious in the Quran anymore. But everything, it needs a little bit training when it comes to some matters seemingly related to physical events took place in certain physical time. Then it becomes a little bit difficult for us because we are not trained in this way, confirming way, because we keep speaking to Muslims by using their previous claim that they are Muslims. For example, we ask question, is there any non-Muslim among us? And the people say, one or two people say, raise their hand. Oh, they are in minority. So the rest of us are Muslims. So I will speak from Muslim perspective. So we believe that the Quran is or has been revealed by God. Why? Because we are Muslims. Look at the logic. If you can call it logic. Meaningless statement. We believe that the Quran is revealed by God. It has never been changed. So go to London British Library. You can find books there 6,000 years old, never changed. What does it mean? Do you think those books, what they say, is right? What does it mean? It's nothing. Because a book has never been changed originally from its original form, it is correct. It is, narration is authentic. It doesn't mean, or it never makes that the content of the book is correct. Do you understand the difference? So you don't confirm the narration, you confirm the content. If you can confirm it, that is your submitting to the truth. That you can say, I think I can call myself Muslim because I submit to this truth. So people submit themselves to different things. They are the Muslim of that thing. Do you understand? So the Quran makes it sometimes open, sometimes specific. We submit it to the Lord of the world. Lord of the world makes it clear. So we have to submit our existence to the Lord of the worlds. Yeah, this is very easy to me. If you find it difficult and questions, I would like to receive it, the questions if you have. Any question, anything? So we can move to, okay. Again, when you establish the method of approaching the Quran, it's very easy. Look at this one now. Who would like to read it? Again, don't hesitate. Come on, be brave. Get used to speak. Come on, no, second, somebody else. You okay? Somebody, okay?
The English and Arabic.
Arabic, if you like.
Whichever one.
So we can, Arabic, who would like to read Arabic? Yeah.
له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض.
That is this section of the verse. Yeah. Okay.
To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on earth.
Yeah. Did you understand now? Yeah. Put it in the framework. Now we have been studying. The book says, I'm going to describe you who God is. Okay, you say, well, let me listen to you. Let me hear you. So it says, to him belongs whatever is in the heaven and whatever is on earth. What am I expected to do? Very simple now. Do something. Do some exercise. Somebody. Do some exercise. What am I expected to do?
Check.
Sorry?
Check.
Check. How? Yes, very good. How can you check?
to see if the things that are around me are what belong to me, so to speak, or are my creation, or I put them there. The verse says, "To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth."
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and confirm that and investigate that by checking to see what if the things that are around me in my day-to-day life are, whether they belong to me or not. Belong to me from the point of view that whether I control them, whether I brought them into existence.
Yeah. Okay. What is your conclusion?
So I'm still investigating.
Sorry?
I'm still investigating.
But do you say that something belongs to you? For example, the moon belongs to you?
No.
No. Do you say that the sun?
No.
No. Mountains?
No.
No. How about the earth?
I met the earth here when I got here.
So it doesn't belong
No,
here.
it doesn't belong.
You just found it ready there.
Yes.
How about your hands? Do they belong to you?
Yes.
Really?
My hands.
Don't you notice that when you were born, they were already there? Did you find them? Did you make them grow? Did you?
No.
No. Very clear. Like, carry on. That is very, it seems to be we are in the preschool, eh? But that's what we need. That's what we need. We have never been trained in this way. It is so, I'm sure, if those people who have been very heavily engaged with religious activities going around, it should sound very strange. How can I question God? How can I question the Quran? Huh? Quran is so sacred, not just what it says you have to accept. It is the sacred book of the Muslims. Without believing in the Quran, you cannot become a Muslim. So I am a Muslim, so I must have believed, I don't know where, in your dream or before you were born, but you must have believed in it because you were born as a Muslim. What a ridiculous understanding. Do you see the dramatic situation of the education system going on among the Muslim community? It's a crime to me. That's why people don't feel comfortable about their belief. So we have to do it really starting from the preschool training. Carry on now. Do you think your hands are not yours? Huh? How about your mind? Do they belong to you? Or are you given existence with it?
I was given existence with it.
Yeah. How about the cells in your mind or in your body? Cells. Do you think, starting from you, now please be comfortable, huh? Be comfortable. Did you make the cells work in a certain way?
No.
No. Do you think you are an intelligent guy? The cells themselves making themselves work in a certain way. Does it make sense to you?
It makes sense to me that they have been given existence to work in a certain way.
Yeah, they have to follow the way they are given existence. Very simple. So they don't belong to anything else, neither do they belong to themselves. Very simple. Yep. So I couldn't find anything else in the universe which can claim the ownership of neither something else nor themselves. Do you understand this? Very important. Neither something, for example, I cannot claim the ownership of anything over there that I gave existence to you. Neither can I claim that I gave existence to myself. So very simple. You know, the Quran always uses this beautiful reminder to us. It's beautiful. Everything will turn back to us. But God says, look to me. Why? Look, you come here. Simple example, start from the simple example. You say, this land is mine. Huh? I'm cultivating it. Yeah, I bought it or I inherited it. Yeah, it's mine. Okay. You apparently, but legally, not legally, because we are talking always from existential point of view. So the earth is yours. You can do anything you want to it. You can live it. You can cultivate this or that, but never forget that you have to follow the principles of the order in the universe. Always. You cannot change the order. So, you die, what happens? Your children inherit the land. They die, what happens? Yeah? What happens? Everything goes back to its real owner. No one can own, no one can claim any ownership over anything. For example, you think that I own myself, right? I'm using it as I want. I can stand up, I can run, I can sleep, whatever. I can eat, I can do anything. I can go to gym and do lots of things that work out. Okay. But can you own it? For example, yesterday you were a different person. Do you notice that? Follow? Yeah, you were a different person yesterday. Where is it? Can you keep it? Can you own it?
Different how?
Yeah.
Different how?
Yeah. As far as you are concerned, it wasn't under your ownership, and it is not under your ownership. It is never under your ownership. Whoever operates it, whoever gives creation to it, existence to it, that's it. You have nothing to do with it. So at the end, everything has to belong to the one who gave existence to it. We don't know what he does, none of my business. Whatever he does. But nothing in the universe can keep the ownership of anything for a second. For a second, not for a day or something. Never. So somebody wanted to wake up. Yeah. Okay.
What about the ownership of my decisions or my, my actions?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I follow a certain order
Mm-hmm.
that is in the universe. I can't change how things operate,
Mm-hmm.
but I use my free will to make a certain decision or not.
Okay.
And I'll be held accountable to it. So I have to own it if I want to be held accountable to it.
You don't confuse with the practical life. Practical life, you have the land and no one should take it out from you, from your usage, from your benefiting. Yeah, this is a legal situation among people. We are talking at the existential level. This is mine. I give existence to it. I am keeping it. I can operate it. I can dissolve it. Like, it is my production. So what we do, we always use this, but I think we have to speak much. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, but I think I failed it. I don't do that. I can't. I shouldn't be. I should have not been doing it because it's not clearly understood. I understand now. We obey follow the order through our reasoning that is given to us again. Yeah? Free will also is given to it. Did you make your free will? Given to you, to me as well. I am learning through the tools that I have been given. And I am using the free will that I have been given, by knowing that under which order the things are given existence by nothing in the universe, but whoever established this order, by it or by him. Whatever you call it, doesn't matter really. Whatever it is. So, but we know that there is something. Definitely there is something that gives existence to this universe as I observe it, as I experience it. Okay, fine. Now, I obey the order. What happens? I obey the order. Let's start doing something simple. For example, I put the simple example, practical, put the seed in the soil. Seed is not mine. Soil is not mine. Climate is not mine. Water is not mine. Thinking that I have learned this through using my mind is not mine. Free will I am using is not mine. I didn't give existence to it. I found it already given to me by something else. And I can't find anybody else in the world that is really doing this sort of things with a remote control machine in the universe, because there is nothing qualified to do that. Very simple. So I will use 1,000 times today. Simple, simple, simple. It's really simple. Just get rid of our baggages. We learn in the name of religion. Get rid of that. So I always use what is given with a given ability. As soon as I use it, second moment, what happens? The seed starts giving shoot. Do you do that? Or as soon as you use the pen to draw for example, any picture or any art, it is given existence the following billion seconds, not only millisecond or something. It is given existence in the next step. Next step. You are not creating it. You are just using your abilities. So we have to be very careful. Of course, in our daily language, we use, that is the creative action, active. My child has a very creative capacity or a talent or something. That's a daily language. Don't mix up with this. But really meaning that or not, be careful. We are just obeying, nothing else. We don't give existence to anything. If we are not given, for example, I was drawing something, picture, or designing something, and I know that I cannot sustain my life. When we studied Qayyum, self-subsistent, and everything subsides itself by him, not by the one who created the universe. No one can subsist it is existence. That's what we studied maybe, last week, yeah. So I cannot sustain myself when I am not given the ability, when the order changes, I never have any power, anything which controls the order. Never. I ask, but it seems to be simultaneously happening. Yeah, because as if the creation continues within nanoseconds. So I see that I am operating and having a control of next moment. For example, I say, typical example, oh, it is very stuffy here. Let me go and open the window. So I go and open the window. Wind comes and say, I have refreshed the air in the room. Think about it, what you have done. Obey the rule, laws, order, nothing else, order of creation, nothing else. Just obey it. This obedience is beautiful. The very obedience of this action is in reality, if you are conscious of it, it is very beautiful, excellent. If you are conscious of it, if you are aware of it, it becomes a means of communicating with the Creator. You say, I am asking the Creator by obeying His order. I am making worship of God. That is worship of God. Because if you are not aware of this and go and pray here, I don't know what you are doing. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't know. You should substantiate it. Every moment, if somebody, well, of course we are neglectful, we are forgetful, I understand all. But at this, theoretically, we must be aware that every action, whether I forget or I am consciously doing it, aware of it, doesn't matter. Every action is nothing but asking, begging the Creator, I want this way. Can you please create it for me? And He says, He will keep His promise. Why? Look at the universe. Look at the order. Although everything is newly created, but order never, ever collapses. As far as I am concerned. Yeah, it doesn't mean that it will never collapse. No. For the moment, I see, look at the order, and by following the order, I understand that if I open the window, a fresh air starts changing. Yeah, stuffy, warmer air will go out. Yeah, on the top, and the bottom side, the fresh air, colder air from outside will come in. That's called wind, changing the air inside. And we say, I refreshed the air. You didn't. You didn't put this order. You asked the orderer by obeying its order. You worshipped Him. That's worship. And with this consciousness, if you live with this consciousness and go and obey the Sharia, whether pray or fast, that is worship. That is really worship. It is really worth living and doing. Otherwise, we have to work on it. Not stop praying because I'm not conscious of this kind of things. No, but we have to need the training. I'm not accusing any of you that you are not really, you have a very shaky belief. No. You have not been trained. We have not been trained in this way, confirmative way. That is strange for us. Although it's very simple. We keep worship means obeying God's order. Where? In the Quran. The Jews say in the Torah. Christians say, the order has been lifted. Doesn't matter. So both of them, or three of them, just claim. No one substantiates what they mean. The real worship is within your life. Yeah, when you are living in this world. If you make your 24 hours of your life turn into worship rather than praying 1 hour, 20 rakats, 40 rakats. No, there is another way that you can make 24 hours of your life into worship. By this consciousness. Whatever I'm doing now, I'm speaking. I am asking God to create my air coming here, and whatever you call them here, it causes trembling, shaking of the air, and it makes noise. I am not done any of them. They are all there. Just I want to say this, and this voice come out. You know, when I have a sore throat, I cannot do that. I have to speak. I cannot speak. I have a sore throat. Yeah, it's not under my control. Again, I want to cure. Okay, take this tablet. Obey. Worship. Order. Follow the order as you learn it. What the Creator says, as I taught you, follow it. So any action you do, not a creative action at all, worshipful action. Any action, you can turn your 24 hours into full worship. Very simple. It's not magical. It's really simple. Just aim at it. Be brave. That, look, I'll stop imitating and be conscious of what I'm doing. Question everything, and then until I am sure, never stop questioning. Don't get tired of questioning. Questioning is the very human action. We are here to ask. Ask means in Arabic, sa'ala. Yeah, question comes from this root. Huh? Ask. Ask whom? The one who established the order. Nothing else. It's beautiful. Very simple. I don't know. I found so simple. Why don't we understand this? Why don't we live by it? With this simple consciousness. I think, I feel that we are not brave enough, because any religious culture encourages its follower to follow the culture blindly. We are taught this at the age of 1. Our parents say, do what I say. You don't know. If you ask a question, don't ask this question. It's not your question. When you grow up, you may, but there's no answer, of course. I can challenge you. Islam is the clearest language with no pollution, no stain about the oneness of God, the Creator. No complication at all. So it is very easy for the Muslims who have been born or educated in this culture. I challenge you, I can say this way, it's a very sway language, killing everybody. 99% of the Muslim population cannot satisfy 3-year-old child. I blame. I challenge with your reasoning. 3-year-old child's questions you cannot answer. What do you expect from this community? What do you expect from this culture? We have no answer to satisfy 3-year-old child, let alone 30-year-old intellectual, educated. That's why we have been reading, we have been studying in our schools. We are opening schools run Muslims, the Muslim schools, even. There we are teaching secular biology, secular science, secular physics, secular chemistry, completely secular, has nothing to do with the Creator. Openly declares that the causes are doing everything. Shame on us. Why? Minds are not developing in the right way. Everybody said, shh, shh, don't speak in the mosque. Shh. Yeah, when the khutbah is read out or performed, come and speak like that. Don't say anything. Especially questioning the khatib, asking the question to khatib, saying, why do you say this? If you get out of the mosque by saving your life, you are lucky. You cannot challenge. Have you ever seen any person who challenged the khatib? But our blood, most respectful, most respected companions of the Prophet used to challenge the khatib. We can't, because they are ignorant Bedouins. We are civilized. It means we are brainwashed. Yeah, we are indoctrinated into the certain way of understanding the religious matters related to belief. We cannot question anything. Questioning is taboo. You cannot believe, you cannot question your belief. If you don't believe, oh, aren't you a Muslim? Huh? How can you say this? Do you understand? Challenge your being Muslim as an identity, social identity. But you have never submitted to it, you are called Muslim. It means the one who submits. You've never submitted it. You just imitate the culture. Like, I don't know, however your mother takes care of householding, you learn from it, that's it, like that. So ridiculous, too simple to me. Now tell us, can you say this? Whatever is in the heavens, whatever is on earth, doesn't belong to me, neither to anything else within the universe. Whole universe is given existence as we see, as we experience. The one who gave existence is the owner. So the text says, I am God, everything belongs to me. Yes, sir. Do you understand? That is confirmation. Very simple. That is confirmation. Yeah, very simple, but we have to train. Let's carry on training, inshallah. Yeah, a little bit conventionally problematic word here, shafa'a. So let's read Arabic. Somebody, Arabic? Yep.
من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه.
Yeah. The meaning? Simple.
Who is there that could intercede with him unless it be by his leave?
Now, again, what we understand from Shafa, yeah, Prophet is going to make Shafa. If you ask my conviction, that's absolutely true. Wow, are you imitating? No, I have my reasoning. We will come there. Intercession. You know Shafa? Who doesn't know the word Shafa? So accordingly, we will use it. Who doesn't know what Shafa? Not in fact, but literally it means intercession. Eh? The prophets intercede. For some people, there are other things also intercede, but we have to question now. Intercession means going in between me and the Creator. Yeah, that's what is. So it says, I say, let's say I'm a different person, whatever. Well, the prophet says, look, I know this guy, he's a good guy. What does it mean? In bracket, oh God, you don't know. So I know him from the word. I think you were not in the word that time, so you don't know. So he's a good guy, please forgive him. Yeah? God says, well, okay, you give this witnessing, I take it from you. That is the ridiculous way of understanding intercession. God is the one who created you. God created you. You're not the one who is the creator of the universe by definition. So what is Shafa then? Intercession then? Look. Intercede between God and me from my perspective. Right? Now be careful. Now be careful from my perspective. You know, the simple tree, a fruit tree, seems to be giving fruit to me. Huh? Yeah, but of course it is created, but it looks from my perspective, it gives nourishment to me. Yeah, provision for me. Seems to be. Yeah. So who is interceding now between the Creator and me? Seemingly the tree. Because God doesn't give me, I open my hand and fruit comes here. No, I have to go to the tree, right? That's how I am from my perspective. That's my realities. So I have to ask, if you like. But at first level of thinking, I have to ask the tree to give me fruit and nourish me. This is the first step. So I go there and ask the tree to give me fruit so that I will get my nourishment. But here, first, the text says, no. Tree cannot intercede. Only with my leave. It means with my permission. If I want, it functions as interceding. Do you understand that? From my perspective, again, we studied or discussed previously that everything is directly created, but from my perspective, I cannot get fruit if there was no fruit tree. That's my practical life. So how the fruit tree, the wood, is interceding between its creator, my creator, and my need for nourishment. It satisfies my nourishment That is intercession. Do you understand intercession? But only because I let tree by creating it in a way that it will serve your need. Right? Is it difficult? Complicated? Interceding. The cow is interceding, giving me milk with the permission of its creator. It means it is created in a way that it is employed to give me fruit with his will, with the creator's will. So I understand that the tree seemingly is producing fruit. In reality, with the permission of its creator, it is interceding me. Do you understand? Interceding between me and my creator. I say, oh God, give me some fruit. I said this, it didn't happen when I was a child. So I said, oh, please, when I'm very hungry, my mom knocked the door and he left and didn't come back. I was hungry, sitting in front of, please, God, I'm hungry, I want it as a child. So it didn't happen. I don't know whether it happened to you. Why? Intercession. Right of intercession is given to trees, vegetables, animals. Do you understand? Right? Or other things grow in here and there. Do you know that, for example, air carries oxygen to me? My lungs cleans the blood. They are all intercessions. They are all intercessions with his live. No one ever can make a lung which will clean my blood. Only his live. Employment. He employs them. I will come to the point that puzzles your mind. The prophet will have the right to intercede. That's all. In the hereafter, definitely, yeah, it may happen, but I must make it sure here that this intercession or promise of intercession definitely will take place. Definitely. So in the course of our next form of existence, it will carry on. I'm sure that the Creator is doing that here in front of my eyes. Why not tomorrow? Why not after I die? So the problem is not really, we don't know what will happen in the hereafter. There is no such problem for me. Why? If I make sure that that is happening here, it will happen throughout my existence. My existence is in the hands of the existence giver, right? So in the hereafter, I don't deny hereafter. Whatever is happening is going to happen. It's descriptions, all descriptions. But I say that is possible. Why? I am experiencing here. Right. Prophets' intercession. Somebody's intercession, whatever. Have you ever followed the way of the prophet taught you with this consciousness? Don't say that every day I use swak and brush my teeth. This is a reduction. Yeah, way up. But have you followed the ideas? Have you followed the worldview of the prophet in your life? Then your life changed. Simple, basic teachings. For example, I don't know why I'm here in this world. which is interesting, yes, amazing, yes, but what's the purpose? I don't know, I have no idea. A person comes who's called the prophet, to make it clear I'm saying now, otherwise I would say a man comes out and says, you are here in order to use your mind, use your human abilities in order to understand that this universe belongs to somebody who's eternal. I'm going fast, of course. It's not our subject. He is absolute. He is the one which is the source of your existence. Very simple. It is the source of your existence. And you just trust your existence, become aware that your existence belongs to him, the one who created the universe. So leave it to him. Don't make any false claim over your existence. Don't attribute your existence to stupid chance, accidents, it's happening, haphazard things. Then you cannot, it doesn't make sense. Think about it. When you learn this idea from the prophet, you become what? You start establishing confidence in your existence, saying that, oh, I didn't get this existence from my father. He died. I didn't get existence from the food, and they went to the toilet. So what's happening? I'm given existence. I'm given existence by the one who sustains the whole universe. I belong to him. So I trust him. I trust my existence to him, to the owner of the universe. That is what the prophet fundamentally teaches us. Fundamentally. What you do now, comfortable. You start worrying, what will happen to me? What's the purpose he is living there, etc. So communicate with him, get to know him. Not only that we should get to know him as a creator, but at the same time as the one who takes care of you, as the one who provides you with all intelligence and everything, all the qualities in the universe belongs to him. Because he established this universe by demonstrating his capacity, if you like, qualities to me, and introducing himself to me in a very simple manner with this understanding. So why bother about my existence? Not necessarily that you are not going to work. No, about your existence. So whatever is given to you within your consciousness, within your understanding, that you have to, for example, if you want to go there, you have to walk. You know that. But this is given to you. That is the matter. This is given to you. When you do what is left to your free will is that responsibility in this world, temporary. But your existence belongs to him. The abilities, that existence of the abilities given to you belong to him. Make sure, feel comfortable. So what happened? Prophet intercede and you gain relax, serenity, no stress anymore, no homesick. You are always with God. I'm not speaking to you. You don't feel homesick, do you at all? Or any minute that you miss the homesick? So nothing bothers you. Do what's left to you. You belong to him. You don't belong to your family. You don't belong to anybody. You don't belong to a land or something. You belong to your Creator, all together with your family, everything. And the Creator is absolute. Creator is not in Egypt. No, Creator is absolute. So leave your existence, leave your desires to Him. Be with Him. This is the teaching of the Prophet. When you obey that, you are in paradise. Prophet interceded you. Right? Prophet interceded you. Why the narration says, I am the one who intercedes? Because he represents all the revelation messages that we get. He's the last prophet up to now. So he collects or represents in your eye. When you say, I believe Muhammad is the messenger of God, what do you mean? What do you mean? Don't specify it. Muhammad here only, nothing else. No. All the revelations, whatever they are, anything revealed by God, whatever they are, I don't know. You don't have to know. You don't have to study Torah or something. Just understand that any guidance, any guiding information revealed to you from your Creator is represented by prophets. And as far as I'm concerned, all the revelation has been accumulated and summarized in the teachings of Muhammad, as far as I'm concerned. As far as the people of Torah are concerned, or people of Noah are concerned, all the revelations up to them, whatever they are, that you don't have to specify, you don't have to give a name. You don't have to memorize the names of the prophet. It means nothing. So by memorizing the names of prophet, you gain nothing. Just memorizing the names you don't know. So understanding is, prophet says, okay, for you, I am the last one. Through me, you will know all the previous prophets. It means you will recognize the messages of all the prophets, whatever they are, historically told, through my teaching. This teaching will intercede you. Yeah? So what we did now, intercession is possible through starting from the tree and the cows and the blood vessels and the air, and goes up to the prophets' messages, right? Make it general and understand it within the general concept. Do you believe in intercession? No, it doesn't make sense. God doesn't really side by somebody, and God doesn't, that's the argument what we hear. God doesn't forgive you because you believe in Jesus. Yeah, it's easy to say, because it is, for the Muslims, it's easy to say, because this is the mistake that the Christians commit, or the Christians make. But when it comes to how about Muhammad's intercession, it is different. We start scratching our head. That doesn't make sense. So we have no reason to defend. We accuse that others, but never ourselves. We do the same thing. They get intercession through Jesus. We get intercessions through Muhammad, just because I belong to his community. I've got my passport with something like this. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But we have to be brave. Challenge this. Okay. Is it too much? Too much? Huh? Hey, something new? But fundamentally, nothing is new. Really, what we are talking here. But unfortunately, we are foreigners to this. This approach, this method is our. We have nothing to do with this method.
So practically speaking, when like I've heard that a lot of times in the past, people say, like, pray for the prophet's intercession. in the hereafter. Practically speaking, it gives you like right now without this, before this, if someone said that to me, I would just pray for forgiveness and just put all my hope in God's mercy.
Yeah.
But it's kind of more than that now.
Yeah.
Right. So practically saying His intercession for me in the hereafter, I have to internalize His teachings.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
but you have to understand, you have to experience through the teachings, guidelines, you learn from Muhammad that these guidelines changed your life, interceded. Yeah? And you became more comfortable, more relaxed, more confident person. So that is intercession. In the hereafter, definitely, because I have been experiencing here, whatever the hereafter is, I don't know. So from here, if you never, for example, by saying that I am a member of the community of Muhammad, ﷺ, yeah, so he will intercede everybody in his ummah, in his community. Okay, I am a member, but let's say you didn't benefit from one of his teachings. Did he intercede you here? No. As far as you are concerned, you ignored it. It didn't bring you anything, any new dimension into your life. It didn't change. So what happens? There is no intercession there because you haven't experienced and you haven't trained and educated your human senses here. Because if you are ready, then you will be treated accordingly. For example, if you let's say are trained in computer science, okay, at the college level, if you never attend, extreme example, of course, never. If you miss one class, not all, will never attend one example, but one class, do you learn anything? What is taught in this class? No, you were not there. Yeah, but you don't say that I wake up, make it up by reading the notes of my friend. You learn something. But practically speaking, you didn't attend the class, you didn't hear the professor, what he taught in this class. So when you graduate and became an engineer at the end, then when you are working, if a matter is related to that point, can you do anything? Can you do anything? Because the content of the class that time. Say or yes or no? No. So intercession doesn't work, if you have not experienced and educated yourself here. So if you don't experience here, if you don't confirm the reality through your experience here, after graduation, you wouldn't be able to practice it. That is the law. That is the order of creation. That's why Quran begs us, educate ourselves in belief so that our senses will be, or human qualities will be introduced to our Creator, and we will learn how to live with our Creator. Do you understand? It means with the consciousness of our Creator. And with this education, when you die, your spirit has already been trained. Your body doesn't receive the message. Your cells of your body doesn't receive the message of the Prophet or the Quran, anything. Your human capacity receives the message. Human capacity is represented as your soul. Yep. So at the moment of death, your soul is not a material thing that it will corrupt. It will be corrupted, or it will collide, or it will, how do you say?
Collapse.
Sorry? Collapse. Your spirit is, your spirit, your soul is not of material nature. It is different. For example, if you have a glass of water, put it in the freezer, what happens? It becomes frozen. Yeah, it freezes. And if you take it out, it melts. The law, that's what we learned. That's why I'm using this language. The law of freeze, or how do you say law of freeze, let's say, disappeared because your water melted. Put it there, the law is always there. Do you understand? The spirit is of the nature of this kind of creatures. That is another subject. By the way, spirit doesn't die. As our material, biological body dies. That's it. I think if you have further questions, anything bothers you, we can talk about intercession or anything we talked today, but the time is up. We have to stop and we can carry on because there are other subjects which seems to be not only contradictory and the people keep arguing about in the Muslim community, but also scholars, classical scholars, argued about the subjects that we are going to study a lot. It is not a simple matter, but don't worry, if you are attentive in the class, you will understand. Inshallah, I try my best to make it as simple as possible. At the preschool level, really, as far as I can tell you, last point, as far as the belief education is concerned, training is concerned, the community is not even at the level of preschool. Believe me, we don't know even the alphabet. Why? There is no such thing. There is no such belief education. When you say belief education, what do they do? They teach you the famous book, you know, Iman book, Aqidah book, Tahtawiya Aqidah. It does lists, come on. Lists the names and what you have to believe, how many prophets, how many kinds of angels. Information, not training. Not really confirmation. I have other stories. Somebody told me, you know, what are they going to do? I said, you know, this kind of thing, which book you follow? I said, yeah, I follow some books, of course, definitely. I said, I think you have to Aqidah of Dr. I said, well, I was going to say that I didn't say it because, do you think I'm a stupid guy? What are you doing? So, but these people established the framework. But the framework doesn't work for ordinary people. And this is just to keep the framework. It doesn't train anybody. If I teach you, for example, how to pray and list all the rules of praying, do I teach you how to pray? No, it has nothing to do with praying. It has nothing to do with worship of Allah, God. It is the outward frame, yeah? Outward frame. Yes, we need the outward frame, yes, but we have to have some substance to put into this frame. That is training. So we even every day we talk about prayer, how important it is. We have to pray on Monday, on something, how to say, 10th of Zilhijjah or something. They have made lots of things. And they say how to pray, for example, this sun and moon eclipse. Yeah, they give all the descriptions. They ask you to say how many times Subhanallah. And when you say, what is Subhanallah? Don't you know? That God is glorified. That's it. But that's it. Why? No, it's not training. So we are not even at the beginning of training of belief. It's a community. I'm saying there may be some exceptions. So that's what we have to do here, which is not practiced. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.